Johan is back from holiday. He is, of course, the game's creative director, basically in charge of the direction of the game. Of course, remember, he stepped down from CEO a while ago to focus on the game. However, he has dropped some absolute bombs over in Discord. We're going to take a look at them in this video, but this makes me laugh. We've got to take a look at this first. It's actually crazy. So this is about the Flamethrower graphics nerf, I guess we can call it, or the downgrading of the graphics. And he responds to a user and says this: I read about it on Facebook when at a family dinner during vacation, which this is, of course, where Johan has been for the last couple of weeks. He's been on vacation, he's been on holiday, and he's just coming back and trying to deal with everything that's happened. He then goes on to say, I understand what it aimed to do, but it was not iterated upon, and the VFX looks like TF1. Now, this is awesome. I love this from, literally the person in charge of the game. But like, I can't help but notice, or well, maybe not even notice, but think. Imagine if you're the person that made the VFX, like the visual effects of this new. I'm saying new with air quotes on, but I ain't got my camera on, so you can't see me. But I mean, it's absolutely garbage, isn't it? It's like a downgrade in every single way visually from the old Flamethrower. And for him to just literally flame it and say it looks like TF1, which is, of course, Team Fortress 1. Not even Team Fortress 2, by the way. Team Fortress 1, which is like a game from, I mean, was that 1998? I think it was 98, right? Or was it 99 when Half-Life came out? But anyway, yeah, just absolutely horrific. But it is good to know he doesn't like it, so this probably means it's going to get changed at some point. What is interesting, though, is the comment about he understands what it aims to do, or what it aimed to do. And we don't know exactly what that is, but I think it's probably performance-related stuff, because the old Flamethrower was this awesome particle effect, which probably destroyed people's computers. This is also amazing. So he talks about weapon customization, and this is something, if you dig into the leaks of Helldivers 2, there is a very specific Reddit. I won't mention it, but you can go there and take a look, or you can just look on Twitter or X, whatever the hell the platform's called. You will find leaks from a while ago now. But basically, it looks like there is a weapon modification system in the game files somewhere. However, Johan says this: I think we need weapon upgrades and customization to be able to tailor playstyles for advanced divers. I think this would be awesome. I think one of the issues the game suffers from is everything is the same. Everything is literally the same. If you could tailor your build to work in a specific way, that would be awesome. You could also look at things like having different modifiers on missions, maybe random modifiers, maybe even drops. You think about this: if you could actually pick up items that then you could use to augment your weapons, that would be crazy. And if you got really rare ones, maybe at the harder difficulties, it would give you a reason to almost run the missions in a way, kind of turn them into dungeons. Maybe that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think it'd be cool if there was the option for, well, different things to actually happen in the game. Anyway, I agree with this. I think this would be really, really good. And like I said, there has been leaks indicating that this is kind of in the game, but it's probably in like a really early state. I want this, and I want this now, and I don't think anyone will say this is bad. Give us weapon upgrades and customization. What about weapons feeling weak? Johan says this: yeah, I agree. Weapons should feel powerful, as it says on the box. And what he's referring to is the back of the box of Helldivers 2. It says weapons are powerful, basically. Yeah, I mean, this is an argument, and it's not even an argument, right? It's a PvE game. The weapons should be powerful. That's the end of the story. Yeah, they should be balanced within reason, so there isn't just one weapon that does everything. The weapons have got strengths and weaknesses. That is fine. You've got weapons for killing heavy enemies. You've got weapons that don't kill heavy enemies. That's fine. You can go down that path. The problem we've been suffering from is there'll be weapons that can kill heavy enemies that suddenly then can't kill anything. It's like, what is this? It feels absolutely garbage. It's not great. I hope this can be fixed. But yeah, I thought this was kind of funny, and I just wanted to throw it into the video. What about changing armor color? This user says, is a big fan of the black and yellow OG armors. Will we get some version with engineer perk at some point? And Johan says the team is working on a color mod system, same as vehicle patterns, for armors. Now, this is good, right? I think this will be great, because I actually do really like that orange armor, that medium armor that's got the engineering perk on it, so you can throw you get more grenades. But it looks terrible. Like, it almost looks like a clown show. I think for me, a lot of early, well, it's not even, what can I, okay, just bear with me. It's like early World of Warcraft. If you guys played, okay, so WoW, to be fair, at the end of vanilla WoW, okay, whatever, maybe people didn't really look like clown shows, but for the first expansion, your gear looked absolutely horrible. You come to the end of what was it, Hellfire Ridge, you just looked like a clown. Every bit of armor was totally different. It was like, what do I look like? And that's what you look like in Helldivers. Yeah, you can go for armor kits that kind of look the same, right? But if you're looking for a specific perk, you can't apply perks to different armors, so you're kind of stuck with a stupid looking armor, and maybe you've got a really cool helmet and maybe a cape that doesn't go with it or whatever. So yeah, this is good. More customization. I'm all for this. And this can't be too difficult to do, right? Just changing the color. Yeah. But it might be a question of maybe monetization or maybe unlocks. And in fact, hey, I'd pay requisition for this, because requisition is literally a pointless currency. We ain't got things to spend it on. So yeah, let us, I don't know, spend requisition on it. Or just give it us for free, you know, whatever. What about the review bomb cape? Okay, so we've all been asking about this for a while. It's been months and months and months and months since this was dropped. Now, in the moment, this was awesome, right? It's kind of funny now because it's been another review bombing. So it's like, we need another cape. If it takes this long to actually get put into the game, yeah, this might be one of those examples where the devs have said something they probably shouldn't have said, but the community was so like pushing in this direction. They've made a commitment to it. They've made the cape, but where is the cape? And he says this, I wrote about it earlier. Basically, review cape is waiting for region conclusion. I don't know what that means. That might mean that it's waiting for regionalization in terms of item description, so every single language needs to be covered. I don't know, or at least where the game's available, because of course the game still is not available in a ton of countries because of the PSN problem with Sony, which has still not really been addressed, which is terrible and does need to be addressed. So yeah, this is coming at some point. It's just a bit, it should have come months ago and it would have had impact. Now it just feels like whatever. We also get a bit of insight as to why the Eruptor was so powerful. This user says, I think they mean reverting the Eruptor. It had insane AoE, but now it's like a firecracker. And Johan responded saying, agree. At first, it used the orbital airburst shrapnel, which of course was a tad too much. I'll read that again. It used the orbital airburst shrapnel effect. Your primary weapon was exploding the orbital airburst. What? That is actually insane, and that's why the weapon was so powerful. But removing it was completely the wrong way to go. I like that because that is against some of the comments that were made by the balance team at the time saying, well, we're just going to get rid of the shrapnel, we're going to make it explosive. That's the way the weapon should be, and also referring to the shrapnel itself as being a bug, which was quite perplexing if you were somebody that used the weapon and got quite good with it. It was annoying. Again, it was taking away power from the weapons. But I wanted to throw this in because it's quite interesting that that was the reason why. It's almost like they didn't have a shrapnel burst effect. So they just were like, what have we got here? Oh yeah, we're looking in the library. We've got, what about orbital airburst? Throw it in. Yeah, it's literally an orbital stratagem you were firing with primary fire. Good actual lord. All right, guys, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. And yeah, I still got my mouse mat available, I think. Don't quote me on that. It may have sold out, I'm not sure, but there's a link in the video description below if you want to check that out. And yeah, it does support me directly, which is awesome. And you also get a cool mouse mat. And if you do get one, do send me one on, probably send me a picture of it on X. I'll probably see it, although I don't comment too much on X because whatever. But yeah, at Stylosa over there, I'll probably see it. All right, guys, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.